I'm not even going to touch a keyboard today because I am completely sleep deprived. And it's amazing how much. Who am I looking at? I'm supposed to be looking up here, right? It's hard to look up here, to look up and speak. It's amazing how important sleep is. I don't know about you guys, but when I don't get sleep, when I'm sleep deprived, and I haven't slept in a few days now, I can't do anything. I can't think straight. I could barely hold a mug in my hand. Anyway, I could barely type. Even when I'm not sleep deprived, I could barely put sentences together. So today, I'm not going to even attempt, which is why I will put this content on a video, my thoughts, my psychobabble. Client, the other day, we were talking, and oh, by the way, if you're a therapist, this is out of nowhere. This is just a random thought. Um, Seek experience over a conversation, and what I mean by that is a lot of times people think therapy is about having a conversation. I think we can use a conversation. Therapy is ultimately, and if you want to hit the high notes of therapy, is ultimately about giving someone an experience. And I know the format, it comes in the form of a conversation, but you can use that. But it's ultimately to give someone an experience, and I think that's what creates change, not the content of a conversation. Anyway, that has nothing to do with what I was going to say, but it was on the. I'm delirious, and I've got a million things going on in my head, and I'm just vomiting like I usually do. Client new to LA, about 15 months, and a lot of anxiety, a lot of panic, and the question that he keeps asking himself is, did I make the right choice? And he was very successful where he was before, and so obviously LA is a very difficult time, difficult place to start and to get work and traction and all that, because it's a big city and it can be lonely, and if you're pursuing whatever you're pursuing, there's a lot of competition and all that stuff. So he keeps asking himself, did I make the right choice? Did I make the right choice? And I said, answer that. I do a lot of that in sessions. They ask questions and I say, answer it. And he thought about it for a long time, and he said, I think that's an unfair question, which I think is very interesting. When he said that, I perked up because I knew this was going to be different. Most people actually answer it. And I said, why is that question unfair? And he said, because it's or did I say that? I don't think maybe I said that in my head. I don't think I said that out loud. But anyway, he said it was unfair because it's there's no yes or no. It's a very loaded question that brings him a lot of anxiety. And I said, okay, then what's another question that you could ask yourself? And he said, after thinking about it, he said, is LA making me feel fulfilled? Am I happy with the relationships, the work, and what I'm trying to build here, and what I have built so far? And I said, okay, answer that question. And he said, yes. And when he said yes, I felt instantly a sense of anxiety lifting. It's like he's never said this out loud before. And he smiled. The point of me sharing this story is I think that most of us ask ourselves the wrong questions. If you're going to ask yourself, why am I not happy? And if that's the question you ask yourself every day, why am I not happy? Why not? It's not fair. It's a big question. It's loaded, and chances are, whatever the answer is, whatever you say, is going to make you feel like shit. So you got to rephrase that question. Maybe the question is not why am I not happy, but what can I do to feel more fulfilled? Do I have the tools in my life right now, as is, to build something, to create something that's going to make me feel quote unquote happy, or that's going to make me happier or more fulfilled? Those questions you could answer. Those questions are realistic, and those questions will help you pull yourself out of this ditch. And we fall into this ditch because we're a lot of times asking ourselves questions that trap us, that push us in a corner, questions that lead to a cul-de-sac. And because if you ask yourself, why aren't I happy? Your response is going to be, because I don't have this. And announcing to yourself that you don't have those things are only going to make you feel worse, right? Anyway, imagine questions, and we ask ourselves hundreds of questions every day, but pull out the ones that are thematic. Pull out the ones that keep coming up. And sorry, I just spaced out. Why am I not getting enough sleep? How can I get more sleep? What can I do to sleep more, to get my pattern going? This is a better question. Anyway, these questions are like rudders to our thoughts, and what we think is going to determine where we go. And everything starts with thought, manifests in behavior, energy, and eventually the direction that your life's going to go. So, a lot of people don't practice consciously changing how they talk to themselves, the questions that they ask themselves. And if you do, and you get better at it, you can relieve yourself of a lot of anxiety and maybe get some rest.